What is the negative ego, and do we really need to be completely void of an ego in order to be spiritual? Let's read a little from my book Healing, Wholeness and God Realization to find some answers. The negative ego is the part of the ego which exists as a separate self. The ego's function is to allow the indwelling soul to have the experience of existing as a separate entity. It is the part of you which is geared towards safely existing in the form world. The negative ego is an overactive ego which has taken its mission to keep you safe to the extreme and now responds to the world in fear. It clings desperately to its identity as a separate self and sees everything which has ever previously caused you harm or which could potentially cause you harm as a threat to that. The negative ego is suspicious of oneness and unity consciousness as it fears its own demise. It thinks of you only as an individual, and like a highly loyal pet dog, it snaps and bites and growls as it protects you from anything which threatens your individuality. The negative ego exists in a fear-based reality with self-obsession at the core, perceiving and reacting to imagined and genuine threats all around. It is highly reactive and unpredictable, overly responsive to its physical environment. It feels constantly insecure and unsafe and needs much healing and refinement. The ego is necessary as it is responsible for calmly navigating time and space, which make little sense to the soul. But the negative ego is not necessary and is a symptom of a lack of soul presence. It steps in when the soul, your true protector and provider of safety, is not present. When you feel calm and whole and deeply connected with yourself, when you have a strong self-esteem and feel securely held by your higher self, working as a part of a team and aware of causal levels, then the negative ego becomes unnecessary. It is a man-made safety mechanism, and it can be relinquished as the soul takes its place here. The process of negative ego clearing and healing is absolutely essential. It can be a long and thorough process with negative ego defenses and, at the core of these defenses, often pain from which the negative ego is attempting to protect you, being revealed at every level of higher reality exposure. That's some of what I have to say on the topic in my book, Healing, Wholeness and God Realization.